Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. The book I chose to read for today is called Why Mosquitoes Buzz in People's Ears. It's one of my favorite books, not only because the illustrations are beautiful, but also for two reasons. This is a myth, and if you remember anything about our genre studies, myths are stories that explain something that happened in nature. They're traditional literature stories, which means they've been passed down from generation to generation. They're old stories. And this one particularly explains why mosquitoes buzz in people's ears, just like in the title. So if you've ever been outside on a summer day or night and a little bug is buzzing in your ear, it's because he has something to tell you. I also love this story because, and as you can see, the post-it that was stuck to the front says community, because I like to use this book to talk about communities and why they're important. And so this book particularly talks about how one person can affect an entire community, how one person's actions can have a chain reaction and affect a larger group of people. So I want you to think about that as I read through this story, how what one person does, or in this case, one mosquito, can affect a whole group of people, or in this case, animals. So the story, I'm going to try and read it this way so you guys can see the pages as I read. One morning, a mosquito saw an iguana drinking at a water hole. The mosquito said, "Iguana, you never believe what I saw yesterday. Try me," said the iguana. The mosquito said, "I saw a farmer digging yams that are as big as I am." "What's a mosquito compared to a yam?" snapped the iguana grumpily. "I'd rather be deaf than listen to such nonsense." And he stuck two sticks in his ears, and he went off, meek, 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 through the reeds. The iguana was still grumbling to himself when he happened to pass a python. The big snake raised his head and said, "Good morning, iguana." The iguana did not answer, but lumbered on, bobbing his head, badam, badam. "Now, why wouldn't he speak to me?" said the python to himself. "Iguana must be angry about something. I'm afraid he's plotting some mischief against me." He began looking for somewhere to hide, and the first place he found was a rabbit hole, and he went in. Wash, wash, wash. When the rabbit saw the big snake coming to her burrow, she was terrified. She scurried out through the back way and bounded, kirk, 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 across the clearing. A crow saw the rabbit running for her life. He flew into the forest, crying, "Caw, caw, caw." It was his duty to spread the alarm in case of danger. A monkey heard the crow. He was sure that some dangerous beast was prowling near, and he began screeching and leaping, kiwi-lee, through the trees to help warn the other animals. As the monkey was crashing through the treetops, he happened to land on a dead limb. It broke and fell on an owl's nest, killing one of the owlets. Mother Owl was not at home, for she usually hunted only in the night. This morning, she was still out searching for one more tidbit to satisfy her hungry babies. When she returned to the nest, she found one of them dead. Her other children told her that the monkey had killed it. All that day and all that night, she sat in her tree, so sad, so sad, so sad. Now it was Mother Owl who woke up the sun each day so that dawn could come. But this time when she should have hooted for the sun, she did not do it. The night grew longer and longer. The animals of the forest knew it was lasting much too long. They feared that the sun would never come back. At last, the Lion King called a meeting of the animals. They came and sat down, pem, 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 across the council fire. Mother Owl did not come, so the antelope was sent to fetch her. When she arrived, Lion King asked, "Mother Owl, why have you not called the sun? The night has lasted too long and everyone is worried." Mother Owl said, "Monkey killed one of my owlets. Because of that, I cannot bear to wake the sun." The king said to the gathered animals, "Did you hear? It was the monkey who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that day can come." The Lion King called the monkey. He came before him nervously glancing from side to side. "Rim, rim, 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 rim." "Monkey," said the king, "Why did you kill one of Mother Owl's babies?" "Oh, King," said the monkey, "it was the crow's fault. He was calling and calling to warn us of danger, and I went leaping through the treetops to help. A limb broke under me, and it fell, on the owlet's nest." The king said to the council, "So it was the crow who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun, so that day can come." Then the Lion King called for the crow. The big bird came flapping up. He said, "King Lion, it was the rabbit's fault. I saw her running for her life in the daytime. Wasn't that enough reason to spread alarm?" The king nodded his head and said to the council, "So it was the rabbit who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that day can come." Then the Lion King called the rabbit. The timid little creature stood before him, one trembling paw drawn up uncertainly. "Rabbit," cried the king, "why did you break the law of nature and go running, running, running in the daytime?" "Oh, king," said the rabbit, "it was the python's fault. I was in my house minding my own business when I saw that big snake came in and chased me out." The king said to the council, "So it was the python who scared the rabbit, who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that day can come." King Lion called the python, who came slithering, whoosh, whoosh, past the other animals. But King, he cried, "it was the iguana's fault. He wouldn't speak to me, and I thought he was plotting some mischief against me. That's when I crawled into the rabbit's hole. I was only trying to hide." The king said to the council, "So it was the iguana who frightened the python, who scared the rabbit, who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that day can come." Now the iguana was not at the meeting, for he had not heard the summons. The antelope was sent to fetch him. All the animals laughed when they saw the iguana coming, ba-dum, 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 with sticks still stuck in his ears. King Lion pulled out the sticks, plurp, plurp. Then he asked Iguana, "What evil have you been plotting against the python?" "None, none at all," cried the iguana. "Python is my friend." "Then why wouldn't you say good morning to me?" demanded the snake. "I didn't hear you or even see you," said the iguana. "Mosquito told me such a lie. I couldn't bear to listen, so I put sticks in my ears." Laughed the lion. "So that's why you had sticks in your ears." "Yes," said the iguana, "it was the mosquito's fault." King Lion said to the council, "So it was the mosquito who annoyed the iguana, who frightened the python, who scared the rabbit, who startled the crow, who alarmed the monkey, who killed the owlet, and now Mother Owl won't wake the sun so that day can come." "Punish the mosquito! Punish the mosquito!" cried all the animals. When Mother Owl heard that, she was satisfied. She turned her head to the east and hooted, "Hoo, hoo, hoo, hoo," and the sun came up. Meanwhile, the mosquito had listened to all of it from a nearby bush. She crept under a curly leaf, shmem, and was never found and brought before the counselor. But because of this, the mosquito has a guilty conscience. To this day, she goes about whining in people's ears. "See, is everyone still angry at me?" And when she does that, she gets an honest answer. What do you think people do when mosquitoes buzz in their ears? They usually go, pop, slap it. Kapow. So this is, if you didn't notice, the illustrations are beautiful. And you could easily repeat one of these illustrations on your own if you'd like. But I love this book because it is like such a great example of a myth and how this story explains something that happens in nature. Now, obviously, myths are part of traditional literature, which is a fiction genre. So it's not real. This is not really why mosquitoes buzz in people's ears. But a long, long time ago, people didn't know the scientific reasons of why things happen, so they made up stories. These stories also usually taught a lesson to small children. So the lesson of this story is that one little thing that you do, one lie or one thing that you do that's dishonest or not following the rules can affect everyone else. So this is a really good story to connect to what's going on in the world right now and you can think about how what one person can do by staying home or by wearing a mask or staying safe can affect a whole community of people. So I hope you like this story. I've got a couple more for this week. Have a great day.